Hi guys, I'm here today to finally talk about Epica's latest EP, the Solace System. I did pre-order this and it did come relatively on time, but I was on holiday when it was released, so I still ended up getting it later than everybody else because I wasn't in the country to receive my own mail. So I have come back from my holiday, I have listened and listened and listened and listened and listened to this EP, and I'm ready to talk about it. So let's have a look and see what you actually get. So this is the EP here. Like I say, it's the Solace System by Epica. It has the picture of like Simone's back that I don't really like. We're going back to the Divine Conspiracy here and the fact that I don't really like the whole naked Simone-ness. Same with the picture of Simone, like with just a fur coat on. Not a fan. Anyways, moving on from that. So yeah, the cover, the like actual art around it is very beautiful and I like that. I just wish that this wasn't here. I wish that something else was kind of in the middle. Oh well. And on the back you get the track listing and you get a picture of the band, which, you know, fairly standard. You open it up and there is some conceptual art and pictures, and there is lyrics on the box. And then you open it up again and there is the band's logo, the actual disc, which has Simone on. And then inside of that you get a little book and it has like all the lyrics in it. So you do get a very nice CD for your money. I paid, I believe it's $7.99 I paid for this in UK pounds. So I ordered this from HMV. I'm not sure if I said that at the beginning, but anyways, yeah, I ordered it from HMV, which was the only UK place I could actually find it to pre-order. It has since gone on to EMP, but I literally wanted to pre-order this as pre-orders came out. I wanted it to be first in line because I was sick of having pre-order issues. So HMV did a pretty good job. Yeah, so that's how I got this album. First thoughts are pretty much every track on this album could have fit into the holographic principle quite nicely, and one of them in my eyes is already on it. We'll get to that in a second. So yeah, the actual sound of this is definitely very holographic principle. It fits in. It was a nice, good flow between most of the songs, and I am very happy with the songs that I have got on this disc. There is a book coming, sadly, but we'll get to that, like I said. Oh, next actually, it's genuinely my next point on my... I've made like a little list of notes whilst I've been listening to it. Every now and again I'd think of something, and so I'd add it onto my list. So, Immortal Melancholy. It's the same track that you got if you ordered the 2-disc edition of, and I think 3-disc edition of the Holographic Principle the first time around on the acoustic set. It says acoustic version, and I put that into my computer to like download the tracks onto my MP3 player. So I thought this might be a different version that we were getting on here, like the original version. But it's exactly the same version, and I stated previously in my Holographic Principle review that I wasn't that keen on the acoustic tracks. So I've basically been skipping that one and listening to the other 5 songs. Another thing is, I don't know where I got it from. Maybe my head just decided that was a thing. I thought there was going to be 8 tracks on this album. There's only 6. It's not a bad thing. I mean, I only paid $7.99 for it, so I basically paid like £1 for each track and then £2 for the actual disc and box. Sorry, I'm a bit full of cold. Anyways, moving on from that. So, yeah, I was a bit disappointed there wasn't more songs, but that's because I'm just a dedicated Epica fan and I just need more. So they're my down points on it. So I've basically been pretending that Immortal Melancholy isn't even on this album and just listening to the other 5 songs. So for the other 5 songs, they're heavy, they're bombastic, they're dramatic, I love them. My favourite one is Fight Your Demons. I really love that song, and I think it'll be amazing live if they start doing it. I know they started doing Wheel of Destiny live, which I enjoy, but not as much. And the Solace system, the actual single and title track of this whole thing, is one of the catchiest songs ever. It's in my head all the time. I've been sat at my desk at work typing away and being like, oh my god, I've got that song in my head, I'm going to have to listen to it again. So I've been listening to that song in particular quite a lot. And I also have a bit of a thing about decoded poetry. It's not a bad song, but it sounds a lot like Fight Your Demons again. It's kind of like an extended point, and it kind of annoys me that Immortal Melancholy is in the way of the flow of this album. If they took that out, those 5 songs would have flowed together so beautifully. That one just kind of stops everything and takes it down. It should have been maybe a bonus track or the 6th track or something, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't know if other people feel the same, though I did have people saying that they weren't that keen on the acoustic tracks with the holographic principle, so maybe there is a few of us out there. But all in all, I enjoy this. I just think that this may have been a nice bonus disc to go with the holographic principle instead of an EP, because it is basically the bonus disc to holographic principle. It's still very that sound, and I mean obviously it is because these are the songs that got rejected from the album, and it just feels like I'm just listening to that album still, which is not bad. I love that album, obviously. I am a huge Epica fan, but yeah, I think that Epica should have just kept these as bonus tracks, or maybe like added them onto the end of something else instead of making it its whole EP. But I'm not going to complain, because I've got more Epica to tide me over until Epica make another album, and they're coming to the UK. They're going to hopefully incorporate some of these songs into that tour, so I'm happy that I will have more songs to enjoy live. I don't know, I'm just a bit like... The main problem is Immortal Melancholy, genuinely. Like, I'm a bit annoyed that I've paid for that song again when I don't really particularly care for it, and that it's in the way of what could have been 5 songs of just Epica awesomeness, and then that just kind of shoves itself in the middle like, oh, go away, get out of the way. So I've been listening to this album on shuffle just so that I'm not fully immersed in the order, and then that takes me out of it. I don't know. Do people agree on this? But all in all, this is a good set of songs, and of course, you know, biased over here, 5 stars for those 5 songs, and I'm just going to pretend that Immortal Melancholy is not on here. I don't want to sound like I'm insulting Epica and I'm insulting their sound, but I don't know, that song just completely takes me out of it, and I don't like it there. And I already own it, and I don't listen to it. Sorry, I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I love Epica, they're my favourite band, and I want them to keep releasing more and more songs, and they could make a bloody 30-track album and I'd be happy with it. They could make a 1-track EP and I'd probably still buy it and be like, well, I can justify it because it's Epica and it's new. So yeah. There are some of my thoughts. What did you guys think? Do you feel the same way I do? Do you feel very different to how I do? Did you expect anything different out of this? Like, did you think there was 8 tracks? Because I don't know where I got 8 tracks from, but the noggin was telling me you've got 8 tracks to come home to when you get back off your holiday. And oh, there was something else I was going to say, and I've lost it. I don't know. Have you been seeing them live? I know they're currently touring with Lacuna Coil. I kind of wish they were doing that here in the UK so that I could see Lacuna Coil again and not have to go to a full set, because I'm not particularly a fan of their newer songs, and I would guess they would kind of shove it down more to the greatest hits in that scenario. And I'd get Epica, of course, so that'd be good. Let's talk. Did you get this EP? Did you pre-order it from HMV and have a good experience? Did you manage to pre-order it from anywhere else as a UK citizen and get it? Because I was struggling. Also, I wish that the merch was available in the UK. Here's another point. I really want that Cosmic Algorithm hoodie, but it's only available in the Epica store or like American things, and the delivery is so ridiculous that it's not worth me buying the hoodie. And so I'm hoping they bring it on tour with them, but I would kind of like it if they just released it to people in the UK. Like, EMP is a perfect place for me to get merch, and I usually go there first for merch because I know that they stock a lot of like foreign, I was going to say, but abroad, not English bands, their merchandise, so I usually get it from them. I've had a lot of Epica stuff from them before, so yeah, please Epica, can you release things that are a bit more convenient for us in the UK? I know you don't have that much of a need to, because sadly symphonic metal is just not that big here, but I would love it if you did. Thank you very much for watching. A bit of a weird rant at the end, and let's get talking about Epica. See you later, guys.